What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be going over some pretty crazy Arrowverse news about an Arrowverse crossover happening later this year. However, with that being said, the circumstances of this crossover are a little bit interesting. So what's going to be happening is this crossover is not going to be it's not actually going to be TV episodes. It's going to be comic book issues. However, these comic book issues will be canon with the Arrowverse. So things that happen in the comic books will have happened in the Arrowverse. So I think that's pretty interesting right there. This is the first time they're ever doing this in the Arrowverse. And I think, I'm open to this. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting thing. Now, I'm getting all this information from an article, so if you guys want to read the entire article, I put it in the description down below. But anyways, I'm going to read a little bit of what this crossover might look like in these comic book issues. So it says, launching April 5th, Earth Prime, that's what this crossover is going to be called. It's going to be called Earth Prime, is a 3-month, 6-issue event with the first 5 issues spotlighting a current individual CW/DC series, with the final issue being a full-on Arrowverse crossover. Now, here's one of the positives of this. This description says, with the unlimited possibilities of comic books, the event could potentially feature character settings and action sequences not possible on the budgets of weekly TV series. So that what they're saying is basically like characters that we have never seen in the Arrowverse. You never know, they could appear. Then it also continues to say that characters from Arrow, Supergirl, and Black Lightning could all return. So like maybe Oliver Queen will return, maybe Supergirl will return. All that could be great to see. That's as I said before, I think the one positive that this has over TV shows is that they can basically bring in any character they want. So yeah, there are going to be 6 total comic book issues in this crossover. The first one is going to be just Batwoman's issue. This one is going to have Batwoman dealing with the classic Batman villain Clayface, and some other things with Luke Fox are going to be going on. I'm sure some of you guys know that I have not really seen a lot of Batwoman this year or last year, or even the year before that. I just really have not liked the show that much. But of course, the people that do watch it, they're probably going to find this pretty interesting. And speaking of Batwoman, I know I've seen some clips from the most recent episode of when John Diggle appears, and we have a little bit more of that Green Lantern storyline playing off. I think that's going to be really cool to see, and whenever he appears next, maybe they'll even do some of that in one of these 6 comic book issues. Maybe they can have that Green Lantern storyline progress. But anyways, issue number 2 is going to be the Superman and Lois issue. So in this issue, it says Clark Kent and Lois Lane celebrate their first wedding anniversary, but are pulled off track by their respective careers as superhero and reporter, plus the origins of the evil Superman variant from Earth TUD-22 that's been teased in the first 2 seasons of the show will finally be explored directly. So yeah, we only really know a lot of information about those 2 issues. The next 3 issues are going to be Legends of Tomorrow, and then we're going to have Stargirl finally. That's going to be awesome. And The Flash for those last 3 issues. And then the final issue, issue 6, I'm assuming it will be, all those characters finally coming together, and all those storylines, will sort of come together into one, and then they'll have a final battle and whatever against whoever the villain of the entire thing might end up being. So I think this is going to be really cool to finally see, the Flash and Superman together once again. This would be the first time they've been together since Crisis on Infinite Earths, so all that will be pretty cool. And then, of course, Stargirl. It's going to be so cool to see Stargirl in the Arrowverse, even if it's just in a comic book. Now, here's the thing. I'm also assuming that these comic book crossovers, because they're going to be appearing in April, are going to be going on like during shows like The Flash and maybe like Superman and Lois. I'm not exactly sure of the schedules of these shows, but I'm assuming that they're going to be going on during the same time. So how are they going to explain that? Are they going to just say that, maybe they're going to like take a break or something like that from the TV shows, and then have these comic books come out and then return to the TV shows, and then maybe we'll get some talk of these comic books when the TV shows come back on. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. But yeah, all I know is that, these comic books are going to be canon to the Arrowverse, so I would assume that we're going to get some Easter eggs on the TV shows of, the events of these comic books after they come out. But yeah, how cool would it be for characters like Oliver Queen and Kara Danvers to return on these comic books? I think that would be so cool to see, and of course they definitely have that possibility. It's definitely more likely now that it's going to be in the comic books instead of actually having to have the actors return to play those roles. So I think seeing all that would be absolutely perfect, and I'm actually really excited for these comic book storylines. But yeah, besides the fact that it's going to be called Earth Prime and, everything else that we just read about in those first 2 issues of Batwoman and Superman and Lois, we really don't know a lot about what's going to be going on here. Like, we don't know what the threat's going to be in this situation. We don't really know anything. But yeah, seeing the Flash in these comic books finally teaming up with Superman once again since Crisis on Infinite Earths, and teaming up with Stargirl as well, all that being canon to the Arrowverse should be pretty cool. We should hopefully, as I said before, get some cool Easter eggs on the show, I would assume, of the events of these comic books. But anyways, I'd say that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to comment your thoughts on this video down below, as well as your thoughts on this little comic book crossover. What do you guys think with it? Are you disappointed that it's not going to actually be on the show? Are you excited because now they have a lot more possibilities of, characters and events they can play out? I think this is just going to be very interesting, and I'm just going to, have an open mind going into this. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.